let's go to the Sunday afternoon game then, where the Dallas Cowboys host the Green Bay Packers. Cowboys are 7.5-point favorites. The over/under on this one is 50.5, which if we had an early favorite for the over, I like this game. I like this game a lot for the over. I think we're going to have a really good feeling about how this game is going to go for Dallas within the first 10 minutes, because the last time Dallas had a home playoff game, it was in this time slot, and it was on my birthday, and they ruined my birthday because they came out flat. They had like 15 turnovers. And within the first 10 minutes, they were already down 2 scores. They had to play from behind, and thankfully Jimmy Garoppolo decided to turn the ball over a couple of times to even give them some hope here. But for me, this game, fast start if you're Dallas, because get up, get the lead, let that pass rush tee off against Jordan Love, because you've seen on all the talk shows of guys talking, former quarterbacks who have been in the playoffs talk about how much different, how much faster these playoff games are, and why rookies have at their first time, quarterbacks who are playing in their first playoff game have a 17-35 record. Get pressure on Jordan Love. See how he responds when you hit him in the mouth a couple of times. Get the crowd engaged. They're already calling for a whiteout, which is crazy to think that stadium has actually developed a home field advantage under Mike McCarthy. Hopefully they're able to utilize it. Make Jordan Love try and beat you. I think the other thing too is they got to shut down the run. Aaron Jones is from Texas. The last time he played in that stadium, he went off for 4 touchdowns. Cannot let him get going, because that's going to open up all sorts of things for Jordan Love, especially if Christian Watson is back, which there is some buzz that he will be back. In the last time he played the Cowboys, he had his breakout game. But did I mention that the Cowboys needed to get out to a fast start in this game?
Yeah. May have mentioned that once or twice.
Yeah, a couple times. Okay. But I'm going to piggyback right off what you said, and it goes right to the run game. Aaron Jones, 3 straight 100-plus yard games is really what fuels this offense. And it makes Love's job that much easier. These receivers, they don't beat a lot of one-on-one coverage. It's just kind of like what Michigan had to do. They scheme them open a lot, but they're good. Reed has been a beast.
They've got some
dudes.
That offense has dudes.
They got dudes. They got a lot of good players, and they're all young as shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think, like Dylan said, Dallas has to get to a quick start. Dak can't turn it over multiple times, because the Packers make you pay for that. Look at the Vikings game. I think they scored twice off their turnovers, if I remember correctly.
Which he has done a good job of this year, is not turning the ball over.
He has.
Didn't he lead? He led the league in interceptions last year, correct?
I think
so. Yes, and he only played in
12 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if Jordan Love showed up on maybe further down on a few MVP votes.
Now that is a hot take right there, folks.
I think he could be like top 6 or 7, right around there, top 5 to 6.
Okay.
Not like a first round, like a first pick, but or first whatever. But
no, I know what you're saying.
And right now, I am not seeing Christian Watson on the injury report for Green Bay. So that sounds as if he is going to be back.
Well, yeah, that's totally a win for the Packers. But for me, guys, here, I'm gonna go to where I talk about. It seems like every game where it needs to be. This is a game where Green Bay's offensive line has to play the best game of the year. You listen to Greg Olsen talk, and Romo talk, and Collinsworth, all the announcers who do these Packers games, they talk about how their strength is pass blocking. Well, you're going to need it tonight, because this Dallas pass rush at home is absolutely nasty. And if I'm Dallas, you don't want to let Jordan Love get that confidence going where he's throwing passes off both of his feet. He's throwing completions to 6 different receivers. You don't know who to scheme up and who to stop, because the Packers truly don't have a number one, but they just have a lot of good young players who can get open. And LaFleur's doing a great job with his play calling and being creative and having a flow with the game. So if the Packers O-line can hold up and Dallas can't get home, the Packers' chance of winning is great. But if Dallas gets home and the Packers can't hold up, it could be a long day, for Jordan Love. And then also, if I'm Dallas on offense, get CeeDee Lamb the ball often and early. He's the best player on the field. Let 88 get cooking. Let's not have a Miami game where he gets the ball 5 times in the first quarter and he doesn't catch another pass again until the fourth quarter. That's unacceptable against Green Bay's defense that is weak. Their secondary's given up a lot of plays. They let the Panthers this year score 30 points. Well, if I'm Mike, I'm coming out and I'm throwing early. I'm throwing to set up the run. I'm making Green Bay have to go back and sit in that cover 2 shell where I'm worried about having the deep shots taken on me, and then I let Tony Pollard get going. With that, have the pass to set up the run, and hopefully continue the trend this year of Dallas being an absolute juggernaut at home. And then get Dylan, like you said, get that crowd going, and let DeMarcus and Micah tee off on the other end.
Yeah, and even like last week, we finally saw a little bit of a pep in the step, a little bit of juice from Tony Pollard, looking like he did last year, having a little bit more juice. Maybe he's finally fully healed. And the CeeDee Lamb part too is because especially in these big games, whether you go back to the last 2 years when they've lost to been knocked out of by the 49ers, is Mike McCarthy forgets that they forget that they have CeeDee Lamb on the field, and they need to use him because he is what makes that offense go. I don't know if he is the best receiver in the NFL. I'm not ready to go that far, but this year he has probably been the best receiver in the NFL this year. And for predictions,
one more thing I want to add,
and then you can do predictions or
okay,
lead us off.
Yep, like you talk about all the time, Dallas needs to finish drives in the red zone with touchdowns. Make Jordan Love play catch up with you. That's been one of your biggest gripes all year with Dallas. They move the ball 20-20, but they don't finish drives off. Keep the pressure on Jordan Love and LaFleur. It's his first playoff start. Matt hasn't had a whole lot of success in the playoffs. His last 2 games are going to keep him up at night. And keep the pressure on him, score touchdowns, and make Jordan Love be perfect in his first game. But with that being said, I think Dallas's pass rush is too much. They have been a juggernaut at home this year. Dak is comfortable. Joe Barry's last game as Green Bay's defensive coordinator, Dallas gets the win 31-20.
Right. Dylan, I swear to God, I'm not picking against your teams this week just for shits and gigs.
That's fine. Keep doing it.
But, maybe one time I'll get it right. I'm going 28-24 Packers. I think Love does not great, plays well enough. Aaron Jones compliments him really well. And I think Dak throws a pick 6. So that really gets the game going for the Packers.
Well, if it's 28-24, that would be the difference. And that would be some evil juice that the Packers have against the Cowboys, because
and the shitty luck,
especially in that stadium, because they have not lost. They've never lost. I don't think they've ever lost in that stadium.
They've never lost in that stadium, including a Super Bowl.
Well, then, boys,
sounds like shit.
My prediction is up here, and all this, the Packers are playing great. They've played great the last 3 games. Do you know who they've played? They've played the Bears, who's their quarterback is going to be a backup next year, or at least should be. The Vikings, who are on their 4th string quarterback, who probably Jaron Hall or Nick Mullins probably won't even be in the league next year. And then they played the Panthers, who I'm going to be optimistic about Bryce Young, and they gave up 30 points to him against a lowly Panthers team that was a disaster on the field and off the field. Joe Barry is still the defensive coordinator. The Fire Barry chance, because I'm guessing there's going to be a fairly decent contingent of Packer fans. They're going to start chanting every time the Cowboys score, because that just means there's one more touchdown. They're one touchdown closer to Joe Barry being gone. I think all the things I highlighted, I think they're going to get out to a fast start. I think they're going to get up to a good lead. I think they're going to play from in front. and the Packers are going to have to be playing catch up, and that's going to get Jordan Love to throw an ugly turnover. I like the Cowboys winning, and I was going to go conservative on this. I bounced back and forth, but I'm going to go with what I wrote down. Cowboys win 41-24.
All right.